Welcome back, my dear students, to my channel Civil Knowledge. So today we are dealing with the Introduction to Civil Engineering Part 3, and it will be the last part of this chapter. So without wasting time, we will continue our session. So we were at the end of the topic, that is the infrastructure. So what is infrastructure? How it affects the economic and social development of a country, we will see here. So infrastructure the word infrastructure is the combination of infra and structure. So it was first coined in the American Entrance publication, okay, uh, during the 1980s. So infrastructure is the framework of supporting system consists of roads, airports, bridges, buildings, parks, and other amenities for the comfort of mankind. So, any of the system which is supporting a man to aid his to improve his standard of living, so it is called as what? Infrastructure. So, to have a happy or to have a well developed country, the road should be good, its airport, bridges, buildings, parks, and other amenities which will aid or which will help the mankind to live life easily. Okay, so that is called as an infrastructure of that country. So economically, infrastructure are the structural elements that allow for the production of goods and services without themselves being the part of the production process. Okay, so infrastructure are the structural elements that allow for, so production of goods are also there and it's giving services, but without this roads will not come. Okay, in the they will help, but indirectly they will help so that country will be in growth. For example, so roads allow transport of raw materials and finished products, so from that money is exchanged. Okay, communication is done and a business is done, so that their growth is happening. So like that, roads will aid. Roads allowed the transport of raw materials from one place to another, so that they both gained and our economy of the country is raised. So this type the infrastructure will aid in the development of a country. So the infrastructure may be divided into economic infrastructure and social infrastructure. So economic infrastructure includes the progressive growth of a country and its economic condition in generating revenue. So the economic infrastructure directly speaks about the growth of a country, okay, and its economic condition in generating its revenue. So some of the points are, so basic economic infrastructure are the construction industry. So basic necessity for the development and progress of a country is the construction of homes or buildings. Okay, construction of homes, buildings, or communication centers, so that it can tell us the development of a country, so that a man can stay there. Okay, so more buildings means more communications, so more business, so that the indirectly or indirectly it will aid to the economy of a country. So transportation facilities, as I told earlier, it plays a very crucial role in the economy and social and commercial progress of a country, acting as a lifeline for flow of men and material, connecting the origin and destination. So these points will add to the economic infrastructure of the country. So how the water supply and drainage system? A good assured water supply scheme for drinking, industries, agriculture and other purposes provided, and also an efficient drainage system by collecting wastewater, treating it properly and finally disposing in the form of liquid. What they're telling is, so if the infrastructure is good, then the water polluted can be disposed of, and also it can be filtered and it's again allowed to flow through water, and it is a cyclic process. So power supply, so it is an essential factor for the development of progress of a country. It includes power stations. So power stations are built by the construction industry. Okay, indirectly power supply from the power supply power is generated and it is again transferred. Okay, it is a cyclic process and every points are important for the economic development of a country. So communication facilities. So lack of communication hinders the development of a country. It also includes like transmission lines, towers, internet, etc. So these were some of the economic infrastructure. So what about the social infrastructure? So once the economic infrastructure are built, okay, construction industry is built, so hospitals are also built, so that what we can provide, what we can expect from the hospitals are good health care by providing primary healthcare centers, education facilities in the big buildings. We can give the facility of education, providing education at primary, higher, college and professional courses. So we can create what? Employment. Okay. So wildlife conservation, agriculture, industries, communication, commerce and cultural activities, recreation centers, fire station, police station for emergency and safety purpose. Every industry are being gained from the infrastructure. So this civil engineering plays a vital role in development of a country. Next, if we come with the infrastructure deals with the this infrastructure deals with the transportation. So transportation, how the transportation is carried by road network, railway, ports and harbors, air travels and airports. Next, television network, it will help for communication facilities. Next, telephonic network, it's also for communication facilities, landline connection, mobile phone connection. Next, energy sectors like electrification, reduction in energy loss, use of renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, biogas plants. So this infrastructure deals with, it also deals with the agricultural activity. It's the largest economic investment in our country like India. So construction activity is second largest economy in India. Okay, it acts as a lifelines. So it will create employment also. Okay, so overall infrastructure is benefited for the development of a country. Next, if we see, so impact of infrastructure development of a country. So once they all are improved, then the economy or the infrastructure development of a country gains only. So it will apply or it will have positive effect on all geotechnical, construction, structural, transportation, civil work, land development, feasibility, water resource management, traffic planning and studies, materials, field service. Every branch is improved means this will aid up to the infrastructural development of a country. Okay. So next comes point by point. That is, so increase in food production will be there. Next, protection from drought, famine, and flood. If our is the developed country, then there will be enough protection, right? So healthy and comfortable housing facilities, right? Safe domestic and industrial water supply. Okay. So due to the infrastructure development, so these all are available. Okay. It will also allow us to for the safe and scientific waste disposal, improvement in communication and transportation, generation of electricity from nuclear, hydel, thermal, and solar or wind energy, improved wealth, prosperity, and standard of living. Overall growth of a nation is improved by the impact of the infrastructural development of a country. Okay, so we know how the infrastructure development of a country is to be increased. So, what is the role of civil engineering now? Okay, the role of civil engineers in the infrastructural development. A civil engineer has to play a very important role by looking into public needs, okay, through shelter, water supply for drinking, irrigation of crops, sewerage, transportation, energy, and disaster protection, which forms the basic infrastructural demands of the society. but keeping our society, social and cultural heritage. So whatever we discussed till now, a civil engineer has to play a very important key role. He has to improve the standard of living of the persons or of the people, so that he aids the he give or he improves the development of a country. So he takes up the construction sector jobs. He plans the building towns, cities, recreation centers. Okay, these are all the role of civil engineers. He builds the structures like building, dam, bridges, reservoirs, tunnels, railways, harbors, etc. Okay, which will for building for shelter, dams, bridges also. So like this, every element is built so that the infrastructure is to be grown. He builds water purifying units, distributions, extra. If distributes the water for agricultural purpose. He provides proper drainage treatment system. He provides transport network to roads, railways, harbors, ports, and docks, airport terminals, subways, overlays, etc. So the construction of roads and railway ports, harbors and airports, construction of dams, proper utilization of water resource, construction of housing and commercial industrial complexes, maintenance of facility, rebuilding, rehabilitation, retrofitting and repair are some of the roles of civil engineering. Okay, so a civil engineer plays a vital role, okay, in contributing to society need through the investment on the infrastructure and formulate a comprehensive policy for generating the revenue from the same for the development of infrastructure leading to the overall development of a country. Okay, so directly or indirectly the civil engineering job will affect the infrastructure of a country. So these are the references I used for this topic. So elements of engineering by Kolapure by R.K. Bansal. Okay. So thank you for watching my video.